Game resumed.
Welcome back to the ESET UK Masters Showdown show match. I'm Maddles, with me is Lurlian, and we're jumping into Game 3 of this best of 9. Lurlian, take it away, introduce these two players.
Let's get it on. In the bottom right, we've got the Frenchman playing for Team Root. Are you rooting for him? In the bottom right, the Red Protoss, it is ToD. And in the top left spawn position, we've got one of the finalists at I-47, the German Terran, playing in blue, it is KraSS.
Now, currently the scores are leveled 1-1, so these two definitely evenly matched, but the defining thing about this series so far has got to be the fact that KraSS is insanely good at drop play.
Yeah, we've seen it each and every game, but ToD, he's going to be able to anticipate that now. He's seen it for 2 games, he took a lot of damage, especially in that second game trying to defend them. And we might see him take a bit of a different approach. Maybe we're going to see an early blink out of him to counter that drop play and catch KraSS off guard. Because drop play, the way it works, it really starts to snowball after the first few times that it has worked. I mean, if you shut down the first 2 dropships without them doing any damage, that's a really good position for a Protoss, and it really closes the window for any more air harassment, more drop harass.
You're completely correct, Lurlian. And of course, while we're just waiting for these two to reveal what they're going to be doing on Akelon Wastes, let me just remind all the viewers that if you do enjoy the show matches, make sure that you check out ESETUKMasters.com. And the finals are going to be occurring on the 22nd to 25th of March, all streamed live by myself and Lurlian, as well as Jorasar, and maybe some other people as well. And yeah, make sure that you check it all out, check out all the social medias and things like that, because there's going to be giveaways, there's going to be loads of cool exclusive content on there, and you don't want to miss it, to be honest.
Yeah, good point there, Maddles, as we see that the probe out of ToD got denied entry into KraSS' base again. The probe keeps on trying. Game 1, Game 2, and in Game 3, but the probe never gets in. And actually, this time around, KraSS is going to be switching up his play again. I mean, we saw him in Game 1 grabbing a gas and going for a 1-1-1 build. Not a traditional 1-1-1, but just a different 1-1-1 with drop play. And in Game 2, he didn't grab a gas and went for 3 command centers. And now he's going to be maybe doing the same strategy again as he did in Game 1.
But it's still slightly altered, because Game 1 there was those 2 gas. This game, 1 gas with 2 SCVs mining from it. So it's going to be Reapers, pretty much. That's the obvious thing. Good map to just really try and get some information, maybe harass a little bit. But Stalkers shut down Reapers so hard, it's insane.
Yeah, they do. The Reapers, of course, can get away, they can heal up, they can be going in again to scout, and that's really what the Reaper is going to be used for, trying to get as much scouting information as possible, keep him alive, use him for map control, kill probes that try to possess watchtowers. Ooh, nice pick off there on the SCV. That probe caught up and lasered it down. And once again, that pylon out of ToD, Maddles. What do you think of this pylon?
It's another really, really early on pylon, and on Newkirk District, you can see the point of it, because it gives you that scouting information of any move out from the Terran. But here, there's so many different attack paths that, and so much dead space behind it, you're unlikely to spot anything come straight through there. So it must be for warpins, but it's just so early on, it's crazy.
It is. Oh, look at the micro of ToD. He might be able to get this Marine here before the bunker finishes. No, he's not going to be able to get that. Look at this. Is the micro of KraSS going to be good enough? Loses the first Marine, and he probably will end up losing the second one. Or is it going to be able to jump into the bunker? It will get into the bunker. And this Zealot is going to be annoying at the command center.
Yeah, going to straight away take out the SCV, slow down the building time. Really, really frustrating. But unfortunately, just 2 Marines are going to struggle to take out a Zealot. Unless, of course, you're playing in the StarCraft Masters mini-games from Blizzard, then you can do it with just 2, but obviously ToD's slightly better at controlling his Zealots than the AI.
Yeah, that would be a bad thing if the AI was better at controlling the Zealot than ToD, because the AI, of course, limited. Is he gonna get the... Ooh, that was so close. I thought he might be able to get that Reaper. That Reaper took a long time to get back home. That Reaper actually had to go all the way across the map to be able to defend against that Zealot. If the Reaper would have been at home, Maddles, it would have been such an easy defense.
It would have been. The Mothership Corps is coming in, though. Maybe going to just try and harass a little bit, do a couple of shots off on a couple of SCVs, maybe even go for a time warp to slow mining time. I know it's something that some Protoss players have been experimenting with. Meanwhile, at the exact same moment, ToD is pushing in the front with a Stalker there, and there's that time warp on the mineral line that really just slows it down. And I'm sure someone's done some math somewhere to work out how much time you lose and how many resources you lose, but I unfortunately do not know.
Oh, the mothership might die though. There's 3 Marines here. They're trying to gun it down, and it does. stay alive with 65 HP. That would have been not a catastrophic loss, but definitely a big loss. You don't want to be losing that Mothership Core at this point in the game, because this point in the game is when it becomes most useful. And by the way, 3 gateways going down for ToD, so we're going to have some 5-gate action here. I think he's looking to end the game really early. He does not want to feel the pain of medevac harass from Germany again.
No, he does not. In comes the Mothership Core yet again. It's already racked up 2 SCV kills. Probably going to get a 3rd one as well before KraSS is able to respond to it. And this is just really frustrating for him, because it is doing precisely what KraSS has done to him in game 1 and 2, of just forcing his opponent to stay back and try and defend against this harassment while he builds up a sizable force of his own.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing, Metals. Let's see how this is going to be turning out for ToD. He's definitely all-inning here, making sentries, making zealots, but the Reaper might be able to see this. The Reaper is now harassing the probes, which is not something you really want to do. He is going to be able to kill one, and then he gets surrounded. Nice work there by ToD. Bit of a slow reaction out of KraSS, but more importantly, he did not get to see the 5 gateways. He does not know exactly what's coming, but he knows he's going to be attacked. The SVs are already in position.
Yeah, those SCVs getting pulled very, very quickly. Guardian Shield getting shut down by the sentries. Where are the force fields? There they go, preventing that repair as quickly as they can. The Mothership Core is going to fall, unfortunately. Gets a time warp down first, though. And now the second bunker is going to die a lot quicker if it can get taken out. But those SCVs getting pulled very, very quickly. And, well, KraSS doing a good job holding this off for the moment.
Yeah, he has done a perfect job. ToD is in some trouble, man. That combat shield upgrade is gonna finish at some point. Stim has already finished up for KraSS. He got that really, really nice and early. So this is gonna be so difficult for ToD. Usually you want to hit before Stim finishes with any kind of all-in off of 1 or 2 base versus Terran. And I think ToD kinda missed his timing. I don't really see this working. Do you?
I don't see it working. Once you've got Stim out, you wreck gateway units as a Terran player. Stim Marines just absolutely destroy them, and really the force fields, in my opinion, just weren't quick enough on the bunkers to prevent the repair, and that meant both bunkers stayed up for so long, and really KraSS was able to hold that off quite comfortably. But he is supply blocked momentarily now, and ToD is gearing up for wave 2. The Marines moving forward. This is going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. Some good force fields segregating a small portion of the army there. Nice pick off by KraSS. Going to be dropping them behind the force field. Ooh, another good force field there by ToD. He is taking out a lot of units here, but these medevacs are going to be healing up the weakened Marines. They have Stim, they have combat shields, they have the boost ability. He's getting upgrades. KraSS is just in a wonderful position, and somewhere along the lines, the Mothership Core has died, which is a pretty big loss too. It's going to hinder him in his defense. No photon overcharge for ToD.
At least not yet. And also, medevacs don't pop, Mothership Cores don't pop out with enough energy in order to photon overcharge straight away. It takes a long time to rack that back up. So this is problematic. But KraSS at the moment wanting to be a bit more passive, it would appear, and just getting up more barracks, getting out more medevacs, and generally just now looking to prepare for his drop play yet again.
Yeah, of course, man. He's got those 4 medevacs now out, so he can bring on the pain. And those drops, that is something that ToD is now terrified of. Look at the positioning of his units. He's got his army very close to his natural nexus, and he's got a lot of stalkers in the main base to hopefully shut down those drops before they get there. And this is something we talked about. Is this early drop gonna work? Are these drops gonna do damage? It's gonna snowball probably into a win for KraSS, because he held on to that all-in of ToD so easily.
Yep. In comes that medevac. The stalkers were just actually going to go back, but now coming back, seeing the medevac drop coming through. The natural base, though, is about to have a push come up into it. We see that some force fields getting thrown down prematurely, just trying to hold it off. A scan for KraSS gets a good read of what his opponent's got in the main base, but ToD, he's got to be ever so careful because the Doom drop is loaded up.
It is on the way for medevacs, and of course that 1 medevac near the main base. Medevac, you are risky. Luckily the stalkers are not paying attention. Wow, that was really lucky for KraSS, but the drop in the natural's happening.
Yeah, that drop is getting cleaned up very nicely, though. Photon overcharge on that Nexus. There's no stalkers there, though, in order to kill the medevacs. So that means that a lot of the units did get away. There was a cannon there as well. But all in all, this is great defense by ToD at the moment. But we saw this in Game 1 as well, that short term he can hold off against the play. But long term, KraSS eventually just starts becoming successful with the drops.
Well, he has to, because he's letting ToD come back into this game, basically. I would say ToD is already back in this game. He's getting his upgrades, getting charge. He's doing so many good things, using Photon Overcharge on the Nexus and helping out a lot. Oh, medevacs, you are out of position. A few Marines there getting taken out for free. Only the use of a few force boots needed.
Yeah, a couple of force fields just allow you to take out some units, but now we see the Marines pushing up. No additional force fields are available other than that one, which means that we can see KraSS kite back all day long. But here comes the Stalkers. They're coming down to assist with this defense, and ToD now looking to be fairly comfortable. He's got his Mothership core with a decent amount of energy on it as well, so in about another 50 energy, he can Photon overcharge yet again, but the Marines, they're pushing up, Lurlian.
KraSS is pushing up here. The army is too big, though. I don't really think he can take this head on. There are a few sentries in there. They don't have a lot of energy, so maybe...
The drop coming down in the main base. Sorry to interrupt you there, but as we see, that drop could potentially do a lot of damage. But the medevac with so much energy does get taken down. But that's why those zealots were sacrificed, because most of ToD's army was being pulled back to try and deal with the drop.
And it did deal with it pretty well, actually. The Mothership core might die here. No, it does not get focused down. And a nice concave here for KraSS is allowing him to take out a lot of the sentries and a lot of the stalkers. ToD is now down to only 75 supply. Has to be careful. Will he be able to clean up these Marines? I think they're too powerful. The upgrade's 1-1 already for KraSS.
Yeah, that upgrade advantage is really helping him. If we look at the minimap, we can see just a stream of reinforcements coming across from the blue Terran player, and it looks like he is now just absolutely dominating. That little bit of indecision where ToD tried to pull back to the main gave KraSS the opportunity to push up onto this high ground, and now he is punishing ToD Boy. Probes getting pulled, which is never a good sign. Yes, the Marine numbers are starting to get lower, but reinforcements are never ending. And as we see probes getting taken out, ToD at just half the supply of his opponent, this is a seriously tough position for him.
Yeah, he's down to 53 supply, losing so many probes. This has to be pretty much at 29 workers left, but he will be able to stabilize for now. At the cost of how many probes? Let's take a look. 23 probes. Ooh.
23 probes, an awful lot of his army as well. And behind this, well, KraSS has taken his third base. So KraSS is really getting everything that he'd want in the moment. He's got the 3-2 upgrades now just getting started. So a 2-1 against 0-2 of the Protoss player. And there's still the risk of more drops. The double drop now on its way across in towards the main base. There's no stalkers or anything there to defend it. So in it comes. It's going to be able to do some nice damage here. And at the same time, KraSS pushing up into the natural base.
Oh man, ToD once again gonna be grumbling to this kind of drop play by KraSS. So well done by the German Terran. He's going to be attacking the natural at the same time. There's not enough defense there either. There's a lot of probes doing nothing.
Oh, so many probes. They all went straight into the Marines, and we can see that, so many go down there. 42 probes have been killed this game. It's now 69 SCVs to just 16 probes.
Oh my god. Even if you turn the numbers around on the probes, it's... Oh, wow, that was a sudden ending. Looks like ToD has given up on the defense, and this is going to be wrapping up game number 3 here for the showdown between ToD and KraSS. KraSS is going to be up 2-1 right now, and we're going to be right back to you with some more analysis, and of course the 4th game after this quick commercial break. Stay tuned, Lurlian and Maddles will be right back.